Yo, 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 welcome to the show. Welcome to the Social Sunshine Podcast. I'm your hostess, Brittany Cross, and welcome back to another episode. This is episode 277. I am going to give you all the raw, real details of my Instagram journey so that you can learn from all of my fuck ups and successes. But first, I have a really big announcement to share with you. This show, the Social Sunshine Podcast, as we know it, is soon coming to an end. This is episode 277. The last episode will be episode 279. So after today, there are 2 more episodes. I started this show in November of 2019. So when this show ends in November of 2024, we will have released an episode every week for 5 years without missing a week. And that is something I am incredibly proud of. To do anything every week for 5 years without missing a week, something that's good for you, that you enjoy, that benefits you in some sort of way, is a huge feat. And for that thing to have been a podcast that actually gets released publicly across the globe for that many weeks without missing one it's huge. And if I do say so myself, it's something to be really, really proud of. And I am. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of my team that has helped me make this happen. And it's been such an amazing journey. But it's time for the journey to change. And we will see what the future holds. I'll keep you posted. I'm going to dive more into the conversation behind all of this in this show in the last episode, in episode 279. So you will hear about all of that then. For now, I wanted to make sure I did one more really in-depth episode for you about social media, since that has been the core of this show ever since it started 5 years ago. And I wanted to get really specific and talk to you about my Instagram journey and share with you, all of the details behind the scenes of the growth over the years, what made it speed up, what made it slow down, and so on and so forth. I have a collection here on my phone of screenshots that I've taken of my Instagram account ever since 2017. So I started Instagram, or, I started an Instagram account just under my name, Brittany Crossan, in, I believe it was 2012, because that was whenever I could start it on an iPhone, I think. And I'm able to remember about the timing because I know about how old my son Rowdy was. He's now 13. And at the time he was a toddler. He was, 1.5. And that's when I got an Instagram account and I was so excited about it. It was like big deal. I already loved social media before this. I've loved social media since I discovered MySpace in like 2003. Okay. I'm a performer. I'm an actor. Like, to me, it was a big virtual stage, social media. It was so exciting. And Instagram was just even more exciting whenever I knew that I could get it on my iPhone in 2012. Well, for the first 5 years, I, like a lot of users, just had it. And now I was posting things. There's a lot of people that don't ever post anything, or they just keep their account private. I was posting things, but like pictures of whatever was going on in life or my kids or whatever. I was really experimenting. I was using a smartphone camera, which they were not as great a quality as they are now, but I was learning about that. It was really just very exploratory for the first 5 years. I had like I said, my son Rowdy was a toddler, a baby whenever I started on Instagram. And then my daughter Romy was born in 2014. So I'd only had it for 2.5, 3 years, something like that, by the time she was born. And so those first years were just like that time of life for me with babies, actual babies that I was taking care of, and exploring on Instagram. But whenever we got to 2017, that's whenever I really started to get more strategic in using Instagram for business related things, or things that could turn into businesses. Now, at first it was just like all over the map, and that's okay, because sometimes that's what it takes, especially in those earlier years of social media. We didn't have as much guidance and clarity as we have today, and just general experience as people with it. And so I just was stumbling through alongside probably a bunch of other people that were stumbling through. So, but I was trying to be more strategic with it starting in 2017. And that, as of where we are right now, is about, 7 years or so ago. So I'm pulling up this first screenshot I have of my Instagram account. It's dated. I've always taken these screenshots, which is really coming in handy right now. It's dated December 6th, 2017. My total posts that I posted up to that point was 1,749. And my followers, it was 1,307. So about 1,300 followers. And in my bio, oh my God, I can't believe I'm sharing this. I don't have to share this, by the way. It's very cheesy, but it said cool mom with a little winking emoji. Oh my God. Travel lover, wine drinker. And then it said blogger, actor, entrepreneur, founder of Kind Kiddo, Houston, Texas. And I have my email address. So Kind Kiddo was the business I started years ago. It first started as a blog, and then I sold merchandise that said that was like Kind Kiddo merchandise. It was inspired by my son Rowdy, and I still own the Kind Kiddo name brand, so we never know if we're gonna ever get back to that. It was a fantastic brand. Anyway, so that's where it was. 1,300 followers, and my bio said "cool mom, travel lover, wine drinker," and that was in December of 2017. So at that point, I was still a bit scattered, learning things, but well. We would go from 1,300 followers in December of 2017, and we fast forward to May of 2018, the next year, and I was at 1,474 followers. So not a huge jump, I guess, for about 6 months. 6 months later, I had a little more than 1,000 more followers. Okay. So that's the reality of that. I still have travel lover and wine drinker in my bio in May of 2018. Funny. And of course, owner of Kind Kiddo and all these things. So let's fast forward a little so we can get to the juicy stuff. So these first screenshots is 2017, 2018, 2019. It wasn't until September of 2019 that I reached 2,000 Instagram followers. 2,000. This was with consistent effort for about 2 years, but not great, right? I wasn't at some expert level yet as far as like really knowing how to grow. At this point, September 2019, Reels was not a thing. TikTok was brand new-ish. Yeah, it was brand new. So it didn't really have the power of like the short form video yet to reach more people. I wasn't doing like fancy photography stuff. So it was a time period where it was really just not that easy to grow yet on Instagram. Listen to this entire episode on any major podcast platform. Simply search the Social Sunshine Podcast.